Cool. Well, I do appreciate anybody that sat through that. I mean, I do feel like there were decision points, but I don't know. It's obviously this might not necessarily be the best setup of, value overall. Because I mean, so we played against a dredge deck. We played dredge 2 different times, and then a storm deck, and then we played a hull breacher. They're kind of fair Xeroxy. Not exactly sure how you would call that. There's 1 round left, but mathematically we couldn't do it anymore. So I felt like not necessarily wanting to play the last round, especially win the first round, lose the next 4. I feel like I have learned all that I need to learn. And so yeah, that's just not necessarily would I have been any better off playing Breach? I mean, maybe. I was attracted to the idea of the rug. Here, let's bring it up. I was attracted to the idea of the rug deck. You have, Dreadhorde Arcanist, and like obviously the rug deck is near and dear to my heart because that's what I top 8'd the Eternal Weekend 2019 with. So it's like, oh, I see these cards in combination, and I feel. I know it's powerful because I know it's gone well for me before. But in practice, I don't know. I guess in practice, it didn't necessarily line up with what I was picturing in my head. So I guess the bigger question is going forward with Vintage, what's something that I would actually enjoy playing? Because I still have not really been able to convince myself that not playing Vintage without playing Ancestral, like that kind of thing, I think is objectively wrong, not just subjectively wrong. But there are plenty of people that tap their Bazaar and get all this power into play, and when you play against it and it happens, and you're like, oh, it happened again. How does he keep getting away with it? And it's just like, well, that's what that deck does. That's what that deck always does. But somehow I can't want to play that. That's when you say, like if you try to define what fun is, I've always kind of had a problem with that because my idea of fun is winning. And I guess if I put it that way, it doesn't matter what it is, that as long as I'm winning, I should be having fun, right? But then as soon as I say that, I know I'm full of it because would I be able to live with myself if I played Bazaar all the time and just 5-0'd and did well? And it's like, obviously, yes, because I don't want to say I don't have a soul. I don't have standards. No, but I don't enjoy that style of play. And that was what was interesting when we were doing the Legacy, we were doing the Hogak lists. The Hogak list won, and then it was just like, ugh. And it's not even it's not that I want to play fair, because when we've had our Vintage discussions, when we would ride to the paper tournaments, Kevin Crone is a friend who I would drive to tournaments with, and obviously he has a huge wealth of information about the game, and so I bounce ideas off of him, and I'm like, I want to play Vintage, or a deck wouldn't feel vintagey to me unless it was doing something powerful / broken. And so how I talked myself into the rug deck last time is you play fair, you stay even with them, and then you would start to do the Mystic Sanctuary, Time Walk, Gush, Ren, and like you'd start to do that loop, and then that you're not playing fair anymore. When you take all of the rest of the turns of the game, you're not playing fair anymore. So, but see, this is down to only one Mystic Sanctuary, and I don't know. To a degree, it feels like this deck came back more towards the middle, and when you get more towards the middle, the stuff on the end is going to beat you because you're trying to trade resources, and sometimes they don't care about the resources. They'll spend everything to put this one threat into play. And if you can't deal with that one threat, they're just going to kill you. So that's the thing is, how do I find happiness? How do I define happiness in Magic? And I don't know. I had fun in the Octagon. Okay, so here's a different story. Playing in the Octagon, I had fun with this because I know Time Vault is powerful. Spoilers. Because it is. And so maybe, am I going into the challenge with the expectation of, oh yeah, this should do, I can get my money back, no problem. And it's like, that's just a stupid way to approach it, as opposed to, if I'm going to spend this time, if I'm going to spend 4 hours playing Magic, I should enjoy myself, or I should at least have fun. And being able to go turn 1, Mishra's Workshop, play a Time Vault, a Key, and a Mox, and win the game, that's fun. And it also wins. So, like, maybe this is the type of mage I should be, because I look at Time Vault, and I'm like, yeah, I like me some Time Vault. So maybe I need Time Vault and my Tinker, and I need to surround it with more blue cards, or I need to surround it with the right blue cards. Because, like, Ancestral Recall, Time Walk, Tinker, these are the cards I want to play. But then, okay, it's fragile. This deck is fragile. So, and part of it was looking at what I expected the 8 players in the Octagon. It was like, oh, well, I want Leyline, and I want Pyroblast. So this was the best way I thought to build a 4 Leyline, 4 Pyroblast deck is, well, let's make use of the Leyline with Helm of Obedience, and then Pyroblast is better when Painter Servant is already turning all the cards the color that you need him to. So that's how I arrived at this idea of why I played this. But I do think for me to enjoy myself, for me to have fun. Hi, buddy. I need to play Time Vault. Whether that's correct or not, I want to play a Mishra's Workshop, and I want to play a Time Vault, and I want to wreck people. So that is the mission. The mission is, what are you doing? Oh, the dogs were in here, and I was just curious. So, what we're going to do... Hi, buddy. We're going to start a new deck. And this deck will be called Having Fun. Who has fun in Vintage? Urza does, but Urza's not on one of these deck boxes. And in fact, no, even better. We're going to play Urza. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. Cards that are fun. Blue cards. I think Grindstone, Painter Servant, and Helm of Obedience can go. We'll move the ley lines over here into the sideboard for now. This could be blue-red. Actually, so look at it as the Hull Breacher, Grixis, whatever deck that we just played against. I feel like that has a lot of the elements of what I like. So, I don't know. That's something I feel like if we can find an old copy of that, that would give me the template that I want to build on. Why are you huffing and puffing on me? Okay, so no, I think we need to search this way. So show me decks that have Urza. Lord High Artificer. So Justin played one and Samu played one. Okay. And then what if we open it up to last further than that? Kenzaburo. Okay. So Urza, Dak, Narset, Saheeli. So then this is the Saheeli making a copy of your Time Vault. Or not, because there's no Time Vault here? Really? Hull Breacher and Urza. Alright, I like where this is going. Alright, this is probably just easier. Let's just download this. And then is this also what Justin played? No, Justin went even crazier. Justin went Paradox Engine. I like the cut of Justin's jib. This seems more nonsense. This is proper nonsense. I like that. So sure, we're going to download that too. Now I'm going to come back here and just open it up to maybe... Did people submit non? I need to update my cube. my cube. Okay. Well, let's turn those options back off and then just open this up maybe a little bit more. Because who I was picturing is Goggles. Goggles is who I thought... Oh, Aelid also got in on... But that was what I was picturing is what would Goggles have played? Because they are the Urza player that I recognized. Yeah. Saheeli works in tandem with Time Vault to kind of go infinite or buy you those turns that you need. Welder, Tinkering, nice. And then a prior version, which looks to be the same as the other one. So, okay. With that in mind, let's pull in a deck. So first, let's import this Urza, Grixis Urza. Helps if you spell Grixis. And we're going to put Chandra on the front? No. We're going to put that. Okay. So this deck... You have Tinker for Citadel. Urza is just value here. You got Hull Breacher. Well, no. Once you have Hull Breachers going, the treasures you create, Urza, and that's the thing about the Legacy deck, all of these treasures become Mox Sapphire with Urza out instead of Lotus Petal. So this is interesting. What's our other one? Oh, the other one is the Paradox that Justin had, which still intriguing. Okay, so Emery Urza. I mean, I mean, this seems up my alley. It really does. All right. What do I think I would get more mileage out of? We can split the manifold key into a manifold key and a voltaic key. First, because I have this one in Old Border. And then it also dances around. Like, I understand the unblockability aspect of it, but say they pithing needle your manifold key or whatever. You still have a Karn target in the sideboard as well as. Yeah. So, let's. Shrink this and see if we can bring up. Let's put those cards back that we borrowed. And let's borrow cards for this. Let's get weird. I'll get weird. Okay. All right. So let's update that. Now, just don't give me ugly art. Can I have art that matches, please? This is only 68. What's even expensive? The Urzas are probably out of this. The Urzas are probably expensive. I mean, Grim Monolith. Grim Monolith isn't cheap. Yeah, Urza and Grim Monolith, and everything else is like free. The fact that there's no way I only own one Thoughtcast. That's just wrong. Okay. Ooh, we got good Grim Monoliths. Nice. Confirm. All right. Dear Paradox. You ready to have some fun? We even have a Paradox? Hell yeah, let's go. All right. Did we waste all of our points so that we don't have enough to even play a thing? Correct. So, does it make more sense to... All right, dear Goatbots, what is the EV of a treasure chest right now? The EV of a treasure chest... EV of a treasure chest is 2.4, and the treasure chests are currently selling for 2.3. Therefore, if you need play points, you should buy treasure chests. I.e., let's go buy a couple treasure chests. Dear Goatbots. We're playing a league right now. Giddy up. Okay. I would like other products. I would like 4 of these. Okay. So this is the same as if we had just entered. But can we get more than 100 play points? That will be the key. So we need more than 100 play points out of these 4 chests. Number 1, 5. But I've been looking for a Rite of Bells Unlock. So that saves me the trouble of having to go get that. Number 2. We're at 25. 2 more. 10. And my warriors have double strike. All right, so that's 5, 20, and 10. So we're at 35. I mean, that looks cool. I mean, this looks cool. Okay. Well, we're up to 90 play points. Bring it back, GoPot. We gotta hit the lottery eventually, right? I mean, we've hit the lottery before, so we're probably bringing our EV down to expectations. Really, is what we're doing. But I don't know. This is that kind of, when you get in a mood and you just kind of like buy lottery tickets. No, because I don't either. But that's what we're doing right now. Is we're buying lottery tickets. So we've now spent 19 total tickets and gotten 45 worth of value out of it. So, oh no, okay, 45 plus. We have to see what the rest of it is. So first one, there's 10. So we're there now. Target mountain becomes a 3. Interesting. Ooh. Price check. Rise of the Eldrazi Emrakul. See, 5 or the original Rise of Eldrazi, like 6. So now this chest was worth 7 tickets. So now, like, the overall, we've spent. Well, let's just open them. We'll open the rest and then we'll calculate. So 5 play points. Commander's Plate, is that worth something? Commander's Plate is a promo, 6 ticks. Thundermaw can't be worth anything, right? It used to be. Okay, it is not. But okay, so across those last 2, 12 ticks worth of cards, and then a nice fat 35 play points. So we, over the course of 19 tickets, which is, it's either 100 play points or 10 tickets to enter. So we turned our 19 tickets into 100 play points, and then also the value of whatever nonsense we just opened. So I've already forgotten the names of all of them. Commander Plate. Commander's Plate. We got a Coiling Oracle. We got whatever the rest of this stuff is. These are all promos. But I mean, Nicol Bolas Plane. We must have got that last time. Oh, we got another Ramunap Excavator. Oh no, do we have a real Ramunap Excavator? That's the difference. Look at that. Maybe that is worth something. Spoiler, it wasn't. But we got an Emrakul. We already had Emrakul's? We now have 3 Emrakul's, apparently. Why do we need Emrakul? But I'm just saying, like, so, overall, we did good. So let's go burn that. let's take that good, honest, whatever we just got, and burn it to the ground. All right, we'll see how much I can play before I get sick of it. But yeah, this is going to be a, let's view the deck. This will be fun. This is a Paradox Engine, Urza, Emery. We have the wrong time vault, and I just noticed it. I just noticed it's the wrong time vault. Well, now we can't win because we have the wrong time vault. But our opponent did not click to join. So I don't know, maybe we'll get put back in the queue. Okay, so now what I'm wondering, since we haven't played it all, can we drop from the league and get our initial entry back? We did. We have to edit the deck because it has the wrong card. Very important. That's the thing when you have multiple copies, and like now I got to look at everything else. So let's put the real time vault in. What else we got? We got Tinker, Black Lotus, Lion's Eye, Lotus Petal, Emerald, Jet, Pearl, Ruby, Sapphire, Chromatic Stars. We got the right vault in. Okay. Yep, look, wrong Sorcerer Spyglass. This weirdo merfolk submarine, whatever. That's the other thing, is that we're not playing. Well, I guess you're not as likely to draw it. Hey, Thorn, thank you. I appreciate the pirate raid. Unfortunately, we're not playing pirates. What we were going to play is a little Urza Emery action, but let's go do that. So we have the new version of the deck. Let's jump in and let's play. And what's funny is that it's not Paradoxical Outcome, it's just Paradox Engine. So here we go, yeah. Mono blue, Paradox Engine combo, Urza, Emery. You could do a whole bunch of nonsense, and what I'm here for is nonsense. All right, we have found an opponent against the Power 9. All right, we won the die roll. Thank you. All right, so I can go 1, 2, land, and play Karn. We're going to keep this. So looking at the sideboard, what are my choices in there? Cast. Hey, thank you. If I play this, I still have 1, 2. That gives me an extra card. Okay. So now that they misstep that, Okay, hold on. What's in my deck? Deck check. Deck check. We have a Blightsteel Colossus. Pass. I'm here to jam. You didn't let me Karn, so I'm here to jam. I was just gonna Karn you. Yep. And that would be funny is like we just die. They're gonna play a DAC that we can't counter, or they'll play a DAC and we'll try to counter and they'll have the counter, and then they'll just steal our Blightsteel Colossus, and then we'll be sad. Time Walk. Got one. So it looks like PO from them. So their Echoing Truths will be, or their Hurkyl's Recalls will be good. So I think I need the protection of Flusterstorm. Now, was Blightsteel cute? Yeah. Is it going to be worth to be cute again? Maybe. We'll probably cut a top. I'm wondering if we should have Citadel just because you have the tops and stuff like that. I guess when you have Paradox Engine, you don't need it. Also, a Tinkerable draw 7. So I need to think about what is the combo I'm going to have here. Is that I'm going to play something for 0 and Paradox will untap, and I'll just keep generating mana and mana and mana and mana. Okay. Opponent is mulliganing. I feel like this is reasonable. We can get an Emery going. Turn 1, we play both of these. Reduces Emery to a single blue, and we can play the Sapphire. Yep. That's not the kind of thing I want to fight with force. What I was not considering is that I need to get the top into play first. I want to use the colorless to reset what's on top afterwards. Okay, so we milled Ancestral a Mox. Hold on. If we draw for the turn, Emery puts that. Yeah, okay. We're going to put Karn on top. Because Emery regrows Mox Emerald, we cast Karn and have double force backup. Karn has to be pretty good against the Paradoxical deck. Play Karn. Force pitching PO. So this will go get me the Mox I put in there. And then make sure I can set up my spin. And then next turn I can make sure Tolarian is on top. Whatever they can get, I can just counter. Could be Hercule. I probably should have just stopped it. All right. So let's clean this up over here. We have changed what we are doing. So it was the Vintage Challenge. Just kidding. We're now playing a league. Okay. Chapter 150, Part 2, Vintage League. And we have reset to play Paradox Engine combo. Well, okay, is that not redundant? Because wouldn't Paradox Engine just obviously be a combo, right? But we'll start it with a win. Now, does that mean we started with a win, we're going to end up with 4 straight losses? I frickin' hope not. But here we go. It does feel like these games will go pretty quick, will they not?